Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam. Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udiraye. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata-sevayā. Bhagavati uttamashloke bhaktir bhavati nishtaki. Aradhayo bhagavan vrajesh tanayas tadhama vrindavan. Ramya kachitupasana vrajavadhu vargena va kalpita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramanamamalam prema pumartho mahan. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhur tatradhara napara. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 26, entitled Wonderful Kṛṣna, Adbhut Kṛṣna. And we are reading this section from text 16 onwards today. All the Brajavasis have come and they are sharing about the extraordinary pastimes of Lord Kṛṣna. And they are sharing this with Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj says the following. So let's see what he spoke to all these Gokulvasis or Brajavasis. Varnastraya Varnastraya Kilashyasan Grinito Anuyugam Tanuhu Shukloraktastatha Pita Idanim Krishnatam Gataha. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Garga Muni had said, your son Kṛṣna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed 3 different colors, white, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color. Purport. This and next 6 verses, 17 through 22, are taken from the 8th chapter of this canto, in which Garga Muni instructs Nanda Maharaj about Nanda's son Kṛṣna. The translations found here for these verses are based on those of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In chapter 8, wherever the verses originally appear, the reader will find extensive purports by Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So these 7-8 verses have been taken from Canto 10, Chapter 8, which is entitled Lord Kṛṣna Shows the Universal Form in His Mouth. So in this chapter, let's see. Yeah. There are multiple verses here in chapter 8. I'm just going to pull it up. So this is chapter 8, text number 13, very, very similar to this verse. Asan varanastrayo asya krinato anuyugam tanuhu. It looks very similar.
Exactly same.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah. Danim Krishnatam Gataha. There is detailed purport, so referred here. We'll read this purport. Is that okay? Partially, the translation is the same, that Krishna appears in different colors in different yugas. Partially explaining the position of Lord Sri Krishna and partially covering the facts Garga Muni indicated. Your son is a great personality and he can change the color of his body in different ages. The word Grinitaha indicates Krishna is free to make his choice. Can anyone do that? Who can pick the color of their skin? Who can pick the family they want to be born? Who can pick the country they want to be born in? No one, except for the Supreme Lord. He picks his colors. Hare Krishna. And he's beautiful in all colors, right? In this world, some colors might be considered superior, and after all, we are not the color of the skin, it's just a covering. But Krishna, he appears in black color or white color or blue color or yellow color. He is transcendently beautiful. He's beyond all these colors. In other words, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead and may therefore do whatever he desires. In the Vedic literature, the different colors assumed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in different millenniums are stated. And therefore, when Garga Muni said, your son has assumed these colors, he indirectly said he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's a kind of hinting, not clearly saying that, but hinting that he's not ordinary person. Because ordinary persons don't pick colors. It's not like clothes, like, oh, I want a yellow dress, blue dress, red dress. Because of Kamsa's atrocities, Garga Muni tried to avoid disclosing this fact. Because the news would have spread, right? But somehow, like if everyone gets to know the Garga Muni says, oh, these are Supreme Lord, the news would have spread, and Kamsa anyways was sending different demons, and he would have 100 times more determined to kill, right? But he indirectly informed Nanda Maharaj that Krishna, his son, was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And by the way, that's why the Garga Muni, the ceremony was done, then the Namkaran ceremony was done in Goshala. It was not generally the Namkaran ceremony is a big function, but they did in Goshala in private, so no one gets to know. That was the reason. So it may be noted that Srila Jiva Goswami in his book Krama Sandarbha has enunciated the purport of this verse. In every millennium, Krishna appears in different form, either as white, red, or yellow, but this time he personally appeared in the original blackish form and, as predicted by Garga Muni, exhibited the power of Narayana. Because in this form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exhibits himself fully. So that's an important point to note. He exhibits himself fully. Purna Purushottam Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Purna Purushottam. Purna means like fully. Like he comes as nourishing a day, but he's not exhibiting his full form there. He comes as different, like Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Manvantar avatar. But in this form, he is all attractive Shri Krishna, complete manifestation, complete avatari. So let's see if someone else wants to continue. So anyone who did not get a chance yesterday, you want to try?
Prabhuji, I'll be more than happy to.
Please.
Factually, Krishna, Hare Krishna devotees, Dhanvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Factually, Krishna is the source of all avatars, and therefore all the different features of the different avatars are present in Krishna. When Krishna incarnates, all the features of other incarnations are already present within him. Other incarnations are partial representations of Krishna, who is the full-fledged incarnation of the Supreme Being. It is to be understood that the Supreme Being, whether appearing as Sukla, Rakta, or Pita, white, yellow, or white, red, or yellow, is the same person. When he appears in different incarnations, he appears in different colors, just like the sunshine, which contains 7 colors. Sometimes the colors of sunshine are represented separately. Otherwise, the sunshine is observed mainly as bright light. The different avatars, such as the Manvantara avatars, Leela avatars, and Dasa avatars, are all included in the Krishna avatar. When Krishna appears, all the avatar appears with him. As described in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 1.3.26, Avatara hi asankyeya harir sattva nidhir dvija yata vidasin sinha kulya sarasa suya sahasrasaha. Should I continue, Prabhuji?
Let's see, maybe we can sum up this long purport.
Okay.
You want to share any comments so far?
So as you were mentioning the different types of avatars, Manvantara avatara, Leela avatara, and Dasa avatara, that's something new for me that I learned. And here Prabhupada is explaining clearly that all the avatars are included in Krishna himself, as he is the full-fledged being, supreme being. And Prabhupada is also explaining the different colors, giving an example of the rainbow. Beautifully explained. If it is always one color to be shown, it will always be bright. We wouldn't see all the colors differently. But when we say it as a rainbow, it's a combination of all the colors, which we call it as a rainbow, not yellow rainbow, orange rainbow, or something like that. So very beautifully explained, giving more details on the potency, Krishna's potency. So he's reiterating that he's full. Hare Krishna, please correct.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mataji. So, I don't know why this color is, yeah. So rainbow is like this, right? In the sky, different colors, right? We all have seen the rainbow. Another reason Krishna is compared to rainbow or Indradhanush, right? It's also called Indradhanush. Because there is no, in the bow there is a string, is it not? Or what do we call the string joins that, right? The two ends are joined by the string, or the bow is held by the string. There's a string connecting the bow, correct? But in rainbow, Krishna is compared to rainbow because there is no string. So what the string represents, that the jivas are bound to different modes, satogun, rajagun, tamogun, etc. We are under the grip or we are tied, right? We are tied by the string of these different modes. But Krishna is called Nirguna, that he is free from all the different modes or gunas. He is not tied to these different modes. Like a rainbow. That's another example or analogy given to talk about Krishna. We are whatever we are, in whatever country we are born, in whatever family we are born, in whatever circumstances, in whatever karma, whatever we are facing now or in the past. It's a complex combination of different modes. But not with Krishna. He can choose. He's Supreme Lord. So let's see further. Anyone else wants to read from here?
Hare Krishna, Prabhupada. I can.
Yeah, please.
The avatars incessantly appear like incessantly flowing water. No one can count how many waves there are in flowing water. And similarly, there is no limitation of avatars. And Krishna is the full representation of all avatars because he is the source of all avatars. Krishna is Amsi, whereas others are Amsha, part of Krishna. All living entities, including us, are Amshas. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. These Amshas are different magnitude. Human beings who are minute Amshas and the demigods, Vishnu Tattva, and all the living beings are all part of the Supreme. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. Katha Upanishad 2-13. Krishna is the full representation of all living entities. And when Krishna is present, all avatars are included in him. The 11th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam describes the incarnation for each yuga in chronological order. The Bhagavatam says, Krite Shuklas Chaturbhuja Tretayam Rakto Varno Su Dwapare Bhagavan Swayam and Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam. We actually see that in Kali Yuga, Bhagavan has appeared in Pita Varna or the yellow color as Gaura Sundara, although in Bhagavatam speaks of Krishna Varnam. To adjust all these statements, one should understand that although in some yugas, some of the colors are prominent, in every yuga, whenever Krishna appears, all the colors are present. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears without Krishna or the blackish color, he is understood to be Krishna himself. Idanim Krishnatam Gata. The same original Krishna who appears in different varnas has now appeared. The word asan indicates that he is always present. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in his full feature, he is understood to be Krishna Varnam. Although he appears in colors, Prahlad Maharaj states that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Channa. This is although he is Krishna, he is covered by a yellow color. Thus, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas accept the conclusion that although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Pita color, he is Krishna. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Prasadam Yagna Sankirtana Prayer Yagnitihi Sumedasham. Krishna Prabhupada, wonderful description here. So we can see that initially, we were told that we are all Amshas, and of course Krishna is, we are all Amshas. Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are all amshas of Krishna, and Krishna is the amshi, from where all the amshas are coming, even the demigods, all the Jiva Tattvas, In fact, all the incarnations are, Krishna is the cause of all causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. And then afterwards it was also mentioned about how the Krishna's color, Pita Varnam, and it also describes how Gauranga Mahaprabhu, even though he is not in the Pita Varnam, based on all the Shastras, he is none other than Krishna in the form of, in the complexion of Radharani. And that's why he is a combination of, and because Krishna wanted to, enjoy that rasa of, devotee. So that's why, that's my understanding. Please, I had a question. Then.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Babuji. It's a very, very important verse quoted here. That in the age of Kali Yuga, Krishna appears in as Krishna Varna, the same Krishna, but appears as Tvasha. Tvasha means Tvisha. Tvisha means luster. In the as Prabhuji was telling about the golden complexion or the Pita complexion, Gauranga, whose complexion, whose anga is the complexion of Radharani. So that is Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And of course, red, white, and yellow. So in different yogas, he appears in different colors. But as the example of rainbow is given, it includes all the colors. And we have seen that Lord Chaitanya showed his form as Lord Ram to some devotees, like Murari Gupta. He showed his form as Krishna, the holding flute, and of course the Gauranga. He also recently, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj gave a lecture at a place called Varaha, where Lord Chaitanya showed the Leela of Varahadev near Bengal. So in short, when he comes as Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's coming as complete. And all the other avatars are included in there. So that's a beautiful verse. And we read this purport from chapter 8, because this verse is same as in chapter 8, which also tells us that it's important. Why would Shukdev Goswami repeat? Something is important. So it's repetition is done by the teacher, like Shukdev Goswami. So we will get any other thoughts or comments here? So we'll come back to chapter 26, text 17. Let's read this. Anyone wants to read this? It's Baldev Prabhu, until read.
Thank you, Hare Krishna devotees, Nana Pranam, all Krishna Śrīla Prabhupada. Prag ayam vasudevasya koschijatosh taba majo vasudevo iti Sriman obhiggana samprakshate. Translation by the devotees of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Śrīla Prabhupada ki joy. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as a son of Vasudev. Therefore, Those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. So we know that Krishna is born from his father Vasudeva. So he's called Vasudeva. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We have heard this story again, that there's a verse here in chapter 8. Gargamuni said, yeah. Okay. The child was originally born as the son of Vasudeva, although he's acting as your child. So we know the story. He was born to Vasudeva, and actually, as per the other Vaishnava scriptures, so Vasudeva was told by the Supreme Lord. Vasudeva was born, Vasudeva's child, Kṛṣna, was born, known as Vasudeva, and that Kṛṣna, who is Vasudeva Kṛṣna, told Vasudeva, take me across the Yamuna to Gokul, to the house of Nanda, where Yashoda had also given birth. And actually it's mentioned she gave birth to twins, one daughter and one son. So that's Vrindavan Kṛṣna and one daughter. So Vasudeva picked up the daughter, brought back to Mathura, and the two children, Vasudeva Kṛṣna and Vrindavan Kṛṣna. So there's the Vishnu form and the Kṛṣna form. They combine into one. And therefore, even in the aspect of Kṛṣna which kills the demon is the Narayan form or the Vishnu form. So even in little Kṛṣna, this is actually noted. Anytime the demon comes, is it not? Then you see suddenly Kṛṣna is having his what do you call, like conch? No, not conch. Crown, yeah, crown, and all his armor and everything. That's a Vishnu form. But Vrindavan Kṛṣna is always, so he never leaves. So what leaves outside Vrindavan is the Vishnu form. That's a very tricky and detailed discussion. But whatever little I heard, I'm just sharing. So he's the son of Vasudeva as well. And therefore he's called Vasudeva. Another meaning is also, Vasudeva means one who is always in pure Shuddha Sattva consciousness. So when we are in Shuddha Sattva consciousness, then Kṛṣna will arise in our heart, right? As we discussed in Janmashtami also. What does Janmashtami means? To invite Kṛṣna in our heart. Vasudeva and Devaki did a lot of tapasya for hundreds and thousands of years. And they wanted a child like Kṛṣna. Krishni and Sutapa. And when Kṛṣna came, Kṛṣna told all these things to them. So when we also are ready to take sacrifices, are ready to do anything to get Kṛṣṇa, as we were talking yesterday, Laulyam, they only wanted Kṛṣṇa. If we only want Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa is ready to come to us. But if we want million other things, then Kṛṣṇa will also think about it. So, Vasudev, that's the word we are trying to focus on. Vasudev. Any other thoughts?
So, Prabhuji, when Krishna went to the Mathura or Dwaraka, that's the Vasudev Krishna went there.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Aho bhagyam nanda gopa prajokasam yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. You remember this verse we tried to memorize in chapter 14, the great fortune of Rajavasis? Very beautiful verse. Remembering Rajavasis, we can think of this verse, especially this verse is thinking of Krishna's friend. Aho bhagyam, what great fortune, what great fortune. Of whom? Nanda, Gopa, Nanda Maharajas, Vasudeva Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, Gopa, Vraja Okasam. What does Vraja Okasam mean? You might hear this word Okasam multiple times. Vraja means, Vraja we all know, Vraja Bhumi Vrindavan. Okasa means a residence. Sometimes you may say one okasa. One okasa refers to the people who live in vana, primarily referring to the animals, monkeys, deers, etc. Sometimes one okasa also refers to Rajavasis because Krishna is saying, hey, we live in the forest. We are Rajavasi, Vrindavan, right? So you have to see the context. Is it referring to the Rajavasis or is it referring to the animals of Raja? Yan mitram, jinke mitra, whose friend was whom? Param anandam purna brahma sanatanam. These words are used to address Krishna. Whose very friend was the Param Ananda, the one who gives supreme bliss, Purna, complete, Brahma, complete absolute truth, Sanatana, eternal, absolute, supreme truth, became their friend or became their child. Yan Putram, right? We can say very, very similar. Aho Bhagyam, Nanda, Vasudev, Vrajokasam, Yan Putram Paramanandam Purna Brahma Sanatanam. Right? Very, very similar. So, whose child, whose friend, whose brother, whose they were moving around with him, they were joking with him, not knowing he's the supreme Paramananda Purna Brahma Sanatana. So this is a beautiful verse if you are thinking of Rajvasis, Nanda Maharaj, Mata Yashoda, etc., etc. So their very friend, their very child, their very beloved was the supreme Param Ananda Purna Brahma Sanatana. Aho bhagyam Nanda Gopa Vrajokasam yan mitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. You can try to memorize this verse, not very hard. Maybe a few of you can recite so that we can go deeper in our heart and mind. Anyone wants to try?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Aho bhagyam Nanda Gopa Vrajokasam yan mitram paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'll try to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajaukasam yanmitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Yes, Lakshay Prabhu, Sarvamataji. Yeah. And then please try to get this memorized also. So we'll do without seeing also after this round. Yes, go ahead. Sarvamataji, you want to read?
Yeah. Aho bhagyam nandagopavrajaukasam yanmitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lakshay. Prabhu?
Aho bhagyam nandagopavrajaukasam yanmitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam.
Very nice. Everyone knows the meaning, at least paraphrased, not exactly maybe, not verbatim, but Aho bhagyam, aho bhagyam. Aho means great, great, right? Bhagya, bhagyavan, bhagyashali, right? What great fortune. Whose fortune? Nanda, Gopa, Vraj Okasa, of Nanda, of Gopas, and all the residents of Vraja. Nanda, Gopa, Vraj Okasam. Why? Like try to break down the verse in your head and try to play with it. Try to build a relationship with the verse. In the first line, we're talking about their great fortune. Whose great fortune? Of the Nanda Gopal Vajokas. Now, what's so special about them? Yan Mitram Paramanandam. Whose very friend was? Paramananda. Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Referring to the Supreme Lord Hari. Now, anyone would like to try without seeing 10.4.30, 10.14.32. This is Brahmaji's prayers. Brahmaji is speaking this verse. Let's try. Not very hard.
Prabhuji, I'll try, but please help me if I get stuck.
We are there.
Aho bhagyam, nanda gopa vrajokasam. Second line, can you?
Yeah, Yan Mitram.
Yanmitram paramanandam purna brahma sanatanam.
Haribo. Very nice. Thank you. You're so natural at it. Yes, Surma Mataji, you want to try?
Yes, Prabhuji. Aho bhagyam nandagopavrajaukasam yanmitram paramanandam purna brahman sanatanam. Some of the words are long.
Very nice. Excellent. It's not hard, right? It's not hard. When we try, it's very easy. Yes, so Shilpa Mataji, you want to try?
I'll try Prabhuji. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajaukasam yanmitram paramanandam purnam brahma
Sanatanam.
Eternal Sanat. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Yes, Bhasati Mataji wants to try. Go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa abrajaukasam yan mitra paramanandam purna brahma
Sanatanam.
Sanatanam.
nice.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Yes, Lakshay, Prabhu.
Aho Bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Desikam, Purna, what's the word?
Yanmitram
Purna Yanmitra,
Purna Brahma Sanatanam Yanmitram Param Anandam Purna Brahma Sanatanam. Very nice. I think everyone tried very nicely. So here we're talking about Vasudeva Maharaj, and that's when we discuss multiple meaning. One meaning also is, which is very important for a devotee, Vasudeva means always in Shuddha Sattva consciousness. So one who is always in Shuddha Sattva, not just Sattva Gun. Tamagun is bad, Rajagun, Satogun, Tamas, Rajas, Satogun. But Shuddha Sattva is pure goodness, which is pure bhakti. So if we are in that consciousness, then Krishna will come as one's child, as one's friend, as one's in one's heart. So here there is discussion about the colors in the previous verse, and then about Vasudeva Maharaj. Let's see text 18. Anyone who has not read so far?
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Text 18. Then pranam to all the devotees. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Text 18. Bahuni santi namani rupani cha sutasya te guna karmanu rupani tani aham vedano janaha. Translation. By the disciple of His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. For this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. These are known to me, but people in general do not understand them. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Bahuni santi namani. There are many, many names. Based on what? Based on rupa. Based on different forms, right? Activities. Guna. Karma. Anurupani. So maybe we can at least write some names of Krishna. How many names Krishna has? Anyone knows? How many names Krishna has?
1008.
Unlimited.
More than
Thousands. Unlimited. One can say, oh, he has million names, but by the time you count million names, he has done million activities more. And then he has addition million names more. But it's quite hard for us to remember Krishna. One devotee was doing this exercise. Let's do that. For next 30 seconds, close your eyes and think of the beautiful forms of Krishna or form of Krishna. It could be a deity you like. It could be some other picture you like. It could be some other different forms of Krishna as like lifting Govardhan hill or playing with his friends or with Radharani or with his lifting, the sandals of his father, right? Or playing with monkeys, stealing butter, bound around the ukhala, anything. Just for next 30 seconds, close your eyes and think of any form, any image of Krishna in your heart and your mind. Hare Krishna. Was that easy? What do you say? Was that easy or difficult? Too difficult, too easy, right? Any thoughts?
Not difficult, Prabhuji, but trying to get more forms while you are saying, yes, thinking about them, but even more are there, right? So
Correct. So true. It's not hard, but see, we have to consciously do that. Is it not? It's a conscious effort is required right now. I was reading a small anecdote or kind of excerpt from one devotee shared. I'm going to read that. His Grace Visheshika Prabhu shared this, and I'm going to read it for our purification. Okay, I'm not able to find it right now. Anyways, I'll remember the essence. The essence was, there was Prabhupada shares the story that there was a merchant, right? Like a shopkeeper. Shopkeeper was a cloth merchant. So every day he was selling, 2-meter cloth, 2-yard cloth, 100 rupees, 3-meter, 50 rupees, this rupee, this silk cloth, 500 rupees, all these numbers and different varieties of cloth and different colors and fabric and this. It was like a computer in his head. And for some of us, it could be item numbers, right? I was in a manufacturing company before. It was item numbers, right? SKU, like this item number, like the people would know like how to completely in their head what the item number is, how much does it cost, how much it is sale, what's the profit margin, everything. For some, it could be a piece of code, or language. For some, it could be some medical terminology. For some, it could be data analytics terminology. It's so, we're all day working with it, and it's so deep in our head. And then Prabhupada said, in the dream, he was speaking about those numbers. 2-meter cloth, gift sell to Madanji, 500 rupees. 5-meter, okay, 200 rupees. Has it happened to anyone? Right? Even in the dreams, you're thinking. Even in our downtime, we are thinking of those because we are constantly meditating upon that. Is it not? Has anyone experienced something like this? Right?
Actually, Prabhuji, within the last 2 months, I forgot. I actually went for the work and in the weekend. And then I met my partner. I said, "Why are you here?" He said, "Why are you here?" Then I actually found that I'm actually off that weekend. But during weekends that came that, okay, I didn't check, I went to work.
Yes. Because it's so like, we get so in tune to doing that thing. Even Madhvacharya explains that. What do we get in dreams? Whatever we are doing actively, we'll get that in dreams too. If someone is watching soccer 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, guess what kind of dreams they'll get? They'll get soccer dreams, right? If one is practicing bhakti for 5 hours a day, they'll get those dreams. Watching movies, they'll get those dreams. Watching animals, whatever. So life is a preparation. So in short, to consciously think, it takes some time. So therefore, this as we were discussing yesterday, this Krishna consciousness environment movement is a very effective and efficient way to train ourselves to remember Krishna, to develop love for Krishna. And the more we do it, the better our chances are to even subconsciously think of Krishna. If we consciously think of Krishna, as we tried for 30 seconds, the more our chances of subconsciously thinking of Krishna will also increase. Right? It's not a default, if we let this, our conditioned soul default will think of Maya, like it'll go down. So we have to train it. We are in the training. Sadhaka. Sadhaka means training. So let's do a small exercise. I was thinking, maybe you can share some names of Kṛṣna and some which are linked to some pastimes. There are unlimited names as we were talking, but it's good to remember some of them. We are limited, so at least we can remember some limited names out of the unlimited list. Maybe you can share some names and why Kṛṣna is called so, or what rupa, what guna, why is he called so? Okay, I'll start with, we're reading this chapter of Govardhan Leela, so he's called Giridhari, right? Who lifted the Govardhan hill. Anyone else knows any names? You can type in also. I know, maybe knowing hundreds of names, but let's please share.
Kunja Bihari.
Kunja Bihari. What does that mean, Vijay?
Kunja Bihari means who relish Leela in Kunj, in the Rash Leela. Kunj means garden. So Kunja Bihari means who does, Kṛṣna when does his pastime in a kunja with all his gopis. It's called Bihari.
Excellent. Very nice. Someone wrote Keshava, right? Keshava. Keshava has multiple meanings. Actually, Keshava also means one who has beautiful hairs, right? One meaning is the killer of Keshi demon.
Murlidhar.
Madan Mohan, someone wrote, yes, one who enchants even Cupid. Madan is Cupid. Vasudev, we just read. Madhava.
Nandokishore.
Nandakishore, very nice name. Nandakishore is the beloved of Nandama. Nanda Nandana. Yashoda Nandana. So with Nandana, there are so many meanings. Gopi, Janaranjana.
Gopi Jana Vallabha. The queen of this.
Radharaman said. So beautiful names. So I'm sure this is a beautiful meditation. You can have this as a family exercise also, right? Right, like sometimes you're just sitting with your family. Okay, let's play this nice Kṛṣna remembrance game, right? You share some name of Kṛṣna, and then what pastime associated with it. It's a beautiful way to engage with either parents or husband, wife, or children, is it not? It's a very beautiful way to engage. Gopal, Govinda, so many beautiful names, unlimited names. Radha, Gopinath, right? Gopinath, Kishore. So many names are there. So many names. Unlimited. These are direct names and then some indirect, like Ishwar, Paramatma. All these are also, but yeah, the devotees call more with direct names, which are associated with the pastimes, right? Any more thoughts, comments, questions anyone has here? Or any additional?
So Prabhuji, when you give the exercise of thinking Kṛṣna for 30 seconds, actually, I could not figure out which form should I concentrate on. And 30 seconds gone. What does it mean?
I was hearing a class. We should have one Ishta. We should always have one Ishta in our lives. It could be, for someone, it could be like Radha Vrindavan Chandra or Radha Sham Sundar, right? Or Kishore Kishori, or someone may they have their home deities as their Gaur-Nitai. So, yes, every form of Kṛṣna is beautiful, but whichever form genuinely attracts, we should try to develop more attraction and attachment towards them by daily seeing them, by daily thinking of them. Let's say just Radha Shyam Sundar in Vrindavan. So just by thinking of them, just imagine you're standing next to the altar and in front of them for just 30 seconds. Every day you are doing dhamvas in that way, is it not? Because we are where our mind is. So we are mentally transporting ourselves to Vrindavan, having darshan of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. And if you like them, you can also put 1 or 2 pictures, paintings on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad and whatnot, right? Trying to develop more attraction towards them. Yeah. And a genuine devotee thinks that, yeah, I have a long way to go to spontaneously think of Kṛṣna. But at least you are trying, right? At least we are trying, right? We are trying to remember Kṛṣna. That itself is a beautiful thing. What do you say, bro? These are just some thoughts coming to mind.
Yeah, Prabhuji, that's true. What you said, very true. Yeah, we have to get attached to one form. So in any condition, we can remember and take shelter. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other comments, thoughts, additions, reflections? Okay. So we are going to pause here and continue tomorrow with the next verse. Grantha Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya evacha, Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.